69k Bitcoin. We're in 2026. Who would have thought it? I mean, look, technically it's always been possible. I just felt that Bitcoin had one last pump left in it before entering the bear market. But hey, we've been in a bear market since October. A lot of people still won't admit it, even at these lows. But the question is, when will the bleeding stop? So in this video, I'm going to share my screen, go over the charts and show you the levels that I've been looking at. And yeah, look at it from a technical analysis point of view, because really no one knows. I'm Harvinder. I've been making these video updates since 2022 and I've been in Bitcoin since 2015. So let's get into it. 69k Bitcoin. I drew these trend lines the other day. So look, these are, when Bitcoin was around about here, I think it was about 75k. I said, look, these are my realistic bounce levels. And this one's just been like totally destroyed. But this one we have kind of bounced from so far. I mean, we literally smashed it almost exactly. And the bleeding will stop. It will. I mean, it's not going to go to zero. It's not going to continue dropping, just like it won't continue going up and up and up. But yeah, this is scary. And this is scary for a lot of people who haven't been through this before. And, I've been in this, I've seen many of these. And, that's why you need to have a system. I'll quickly put my indicator back on. I mean, this, I'll make a separate video on this. Like, a lot of my clients have been texting me. They're very happy because they have access to my system and they sold. Some of them sold at 106. Some of them bought back in and sold again about 90. And even if they, they're like, when should I buy back in? I said, if you want to be strict, just wait for the buy signal. But if you sold here and you buy back in here, you're effectively getting like a good 20% discount. So that is a personal choice. And I'll turn it back on just to zoom out a bit. We are in uncharted territory. Like if we look at, if it does anything like it did in the last run, then we are over, I think we're over here right now. And so if the same pattern plays out, and let me use the bars pattern, let's have a look at this. Let's overlay this and see. So this is useful because honestly the same pattern has pretty much played out. Just it is a little bit different though. So I'm gonna, like, when you look at it, the tops one is steep. Like we didn't have like a massive, like in this run here we had a massive run up, like from 4k to 69k. Here, I mean, you could say we're from 16 to 104, but I'm really calculating it from the halving, which is from here. So I'm just doing halving to halving, which might end up being the wrong calculation. Maybe it's worth, me spending some time analyzing these charts without looking at the halving, because at some point they will become redundant. But anyway, so looking at this, we are about here. And so we've had this. I mean, it's like these patterns don't play out exactly. I would say that, honestly, I would say that's it. So that is what we're potentially looking at. And yeah, these are scary targets. I don't think it's going to go this low though. Like honestly, let me overlay this onto my other chart. I want to do the same thing. Yeah, I don't think it will. The reason why I don't think it will is because this will bring us lower than the pre-halving price or the halving price. And that's where I'm really struggling to see these kind of levels being hit. But hey, like this is where the whole halving thing might not be worth looking at anymore. Because never before has the price dropped below the halving price. Like if you look over here, the halving price is 600 and then the bear market low was 3k. Over here, the halving price was 11 and then the bear market price is 166. And in more recent times, the halving price is 9k and then we got down to 15, 16k. And so here, the halving price was, let's zoom in and get the exact price actually. It's worth looking at. So yeah, the halving price is 60k. And so it's never dropped below the halving price. And it would be scary if it did. I'm not going to lie. Let me I don't really plan my videos. I just turn the charts on and look at what I'm seeing. And yeah, like this has pretty much played out exactly the same way. And the same things have happened, and I really do believe we're here. And so the reality is, we probably are going to have more falling. And I know people don't want to hear that, but sometimes you just got to look at the reality of the situation. But we will have a pullback, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we bounce from here, and we have this pullback, and yeah, is that a good place to sell? That's the $1 million question. Like, if you haven't sold already, I mean. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there, because that's pretty much the exact same fractal. The only difference is the depth. I mean, you could even drag this out over here. Yeah, I don't want to drag it out too much, but I'm going to keep it where I had it before. I think that fits better. And again, fractals, I wouldn't put too much weight on them, but they do work sometimes. And so yeah, Bitcoin, there will be a pullback. There will be a pullback. Like, never ever in the history of most charts which are have some kind of good asset has there never not been a pullback. Like over here, it pulled back. Over here, it did eventually bottom out, and then it pulled back. And even in more recent times, it pulled back. But this isn't a pullback. This is a crash. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. This is Bitcoin crashing. And we've had like steep crashes, like even over here. I just want to measure them. So yeah, that's a good 30% crash. Now, like, this has been a different cycle. So that's why I don't think Bitcoin's going to do... It's not going to behave the same way, especially the whole crypto market. Like, this is my friend's chart. I'm just waiting for him to update it. Because just like we've had like huge run-ups, we've had pretty big drawdowns. But we haven't really had a huge run-up. I mean, yeah, it's been even if you calculate from here, let's calculate it from here. 600-700%. That's still good, right? But previous runs have been massive, and I know the reason for that is, it's because, well, really it's because of the depth of the market, the market cap. It's a lot easier to move a market cap which is 1 billion as opposed to 1 trillion. A lot more money needs to enter the market. So yeah, unfortunately, this just keeps going lower and lower and lower. Like, as I'm speaking, this bleeding is not stopping. But it will stop. It will stop at some point. I just, can't tell you when. My best guess is, if it doesn't rebound from here, then yeah, we're looking at this 65k mark, because this level has been hit like pretty convincingly. So either we bounce from here or we're hitting the 65k. So yeah, uncertain times, but hey, if you have a strategy, a system, then really this doesn't really matter, because you would have sold, and you'd probably be sitting in cash right now, just waiting to rejoin the market. But even further from that, you shouldn't be like, if crashes like this worries you, you shouldn't be investing. Like, you just shouldn't. It's like being in business, and you got to work long hours, or you've got to do what you got to do to run a successful business. If you can't handle the pressure, if you don't understand how it works, then you shouldn't be doing it. And I say the same with Bitcoin. A lot of people get into Bitcoin for the wrong reasons, because they think they're, like, even I think of it sometimes. I think, portfolio is going to like double, triple, 10x this run, and it didn't. But hey, this is just the way it works. But even if you get a 10% move, 20% move, that's really good in investment terms. And Bitcoin, crypto has kind of spoiled us all. And so yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go live tomorrow so I can get into more details. So if you want to jump on and ask me any questions or ask me to look at any charts, you can. And yeah, just if you sold when, I know obviously not everyone's got access to my system. I only keep that for my private clients. But yeah, if you sold when it said sell, then you're probably smiling right now, and you should be. Okay, I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Thanks.